The goalkeeper, number 1, Macy and McKinney.
Okay.
In midfield, number 5,
There we go. All right.
Bush.
3,
In midfield, number
2,
6, Ryan
1.
Fetty. On defense, number 9, Samantha Carey. On defense, number 10, Eva Patterson.
Welcome to women's soccer on WCBN Sports Radio. Not technically the radio, but the YouTube channel. We are here at Soccer Stadium in Ann Arbor for some women's soccer. Michigan, Iowa, fighting for a spot in the Big Ten tournament. This is the penultimate game for both teams. Michigan plays Ohio State right after this. Now, Iowa, 11 points in Big Ten play. In the 7th seed, only 8 teams make the playoffs, and Michigan is tied with Rutgers with 10 points. And Michigan also lost to Rutgers 2-0, so I presume they lose a tiebreaker. So this is a key game. If they lose this game, it's going to be really hard to come back in the standings.
Yeah, couldn't. Well said, Coby. I mean, Michigan has actually lost their last 3 games, failed to score in their last 2, all against Big Ten opponents, and it's really hurt their strong start to the season. And they're really going to have to come up big tonight. We're going to need to see a goal, at least, which they haven't showed in the past 2 games. And, yeah, like you said, huge game for Michigan. They really want to be in this Big Ten tournament. And I know they'd all definitely be disappointed if they were not able to participate.
And they are playing an Iowa team that has let up 9 goals all season. So for a Michigan team that has really struggled to score goals, it's been Sammy Woods with 8 goals that have led the way, and only 5 players have scored on the season. So how can they okay, and we just got word that we're going to be delayed 10 minutes at the start of the game. So we'll have a little bit more time
to give you a little preview.
Yeah, to talk about the game. But okay, yeah. So only 5 Michigan players have scored, led by Sammy Woods with 8. So what type of challenges does that present for a Michigan team when Iowa's already so good defensively, and you have a Michigan team that really struggles to score?
Yeah, I mean, as Michigan calls out their starting lineup right now, really they've only had 2 semi-consistent goal scorers on the season, one being Sammy Woods, as you said, and Gabrielle Pritch being the other with 5 goals on the season, number 2 on the team. And it's really hard. It's going to be hard to penetrate this Iowa defense if they're only targeting 2 main players, and if they only really have two goal threats. So they're really going to have to play as a team. And Iowa, on the complete other side from Michigan, 14 different players have scored for Iowa this season. The highest goal scorer only has 5. So they've really done a great job in distributing the wealth this season, and they haven't had to rely on anyone specific, and it's really been a team contribution for Iowa all season. And even though they've scored a lot of goals and not let that many, they haven't played great in the Big Ten Conference, which is why they're only 7th right now, and still haven't clinched a spot in the tournament. So this is a big game for Iowa as well. And they're definitely going to want to come out on top, and I would say are slight favorites today.
Yeah, and so the next game for Iowa is against a ranked Michigan State team, and so that's gonna be a tough test. So they really want to play as well as they can against Michigan, and Iowa's coming into this game off a 5-0 thumping of Maryland. Now, Maryland has not won a game in the Big Ten. They are 0-7-1, I believe. But 5-0 is still dominant. They did what they had to do, and for a Michigan team that, while they are good defensively, they struggle to score. If Iowa scores 5 goals, I do not think Michigan is going to win this game. So yeah. So Michigan has to obviously stop the Hawkeyes from scoring. That's called soccer.
Iowa's coming off a big win. Michigan's coming off three losses in a row. So Iowa's probably looking to build on what they did last game, while Michigan's trying to change up their end of the season, because they did start off great, didn't score many goals, but have had a great record up until these last conference games, which have really hurt them. The first one being a 2-3 loss at Michigan State, and that was a really tough one. And Iowa, depending, if they beat Michigan, then it's going to be a tough game against Michigan State. But if they beat Michigan, do they clinch the Big Ten tournament?
So they would have 14 points. I don't think so, because because Rutgers has 10 and they also have 2 games. Actually, okay. We'll have a research team do the math on that.
Yeah.
So
we'll get back to you guys on that.
But
it's, again, huge game for both teams in the context of the season, and neither would want to miss out on the Big Ten tournament.
And we are about to get underway here.
Thought there was going to be a longer delay, but looks like Gabrielle Pritch and Jenna Lang are going to kick it off here for the Wolverines, and we're going to get started. Looks like Michigan's lining up with three at the back right now as the whistle kicks off, and here we go.
Yeah, and it is a rainy day as Michigan almost turns the ball over. It's wet. It's kind of a gritty, grimy day. So we will see which team can show the necessary character to win this game. As Michigan tries long ball, Iowa regains possession. Iowa going right to left, Michigan left to right. Michigan is wearing their blue jerseys and shorts, and Iowa's going with gray. Don't necessarily see gray from the Hawkeyes.
No, but I like the color, and I don't think they're too concerned about the color of their jerseys. They're trying to win this game, capitalize on Michigan's struggles these past 3 games, and so far no one has shown an advantage, but there's definitely a intensity that I'm seeing that hasn't been present in all the games, because both teams know this is a must win, or they both think it is.
Absolutely. Of course, a lot of pressure on these 2 goalies, two of the best goalies in the Big Ten, as Michigan, as League sends a ball deep, trying to find Jenna Lang, intercepted by Iowa, fighting for it in the middle, and Iowa's goalie Macy Enneking is 2nd Big Ten in save percentage, and Stephanie Sparskowski is 3rd, as Iowa pressuring down the left side into the box. League 1-on-1 shot to the middle, and it's deflected off the face of Avery Peters, and Peters tries to clear it, and it's almost successful as Iowa will get it back. Riley Fetty tries to regroup, but intercepted by the Wolverines. It's Brian Stein sends it down to, Gabby Pritch, the freshman, sends it down to nobody.
Yeah, a little mental miscue there from Pritch. She had Sammy Woods on her left and then played a through ball on the right side where nobody was running. But good start for Michigan. They definitely want to capitalize on those Iowa mistakes. And when Iowa gives the ball away at the back, Michigan needs to capitalize, because as you said, Iowa's only let in 9 goals this season. And Michigan, who hasn't scored many, needs to capitalize on chances like those. So Pritch is probably banging her head a little bit, but she'll be okay, and they're going to still keep the press up.
Yeah, and the Iowa keeper sends it down. Nice header by Bosley, but it's right to Iowa. They've got Kenzie Rolling streaking down the left side. She's had the ball at her feet a lot today. It was one-on-one with League and a nice defensive play by the right back, Anaya League, and they're going to call a foul on Kenzie Rolling. And Michigan, despite losing the last couple of games, they've had double-digit shots in a couple of those last 4 games, just haven't been able to turn it into goals.
Yep.
League turns it over. Here's Rolling once again. Sending it to Eliotto. Michigan intercepts it. And it's sent down by Bridenstine off the chest of Samantha Carey. And Iowa will gain possession, regroup. We got 41 minutes left in their first half. As a reminder, the clock counts down. We've had only 1 shot so far. That was by the Iowa Hawkeyes, but it did not need to be saved and just sent down by Millie Greer, and that will be right to League. No one in her area. Peters sending one down the middle, trying to find Preach, and intercepted by the Hawkeyes. An Iowa throw going down the left side. Samantha Carey to throw. And a great play by Eliotto to keep possession, but Bridenstine steals it right back. And it's Tamia Tolbert, her first touch of the game. The center back. Trying to find, I believe that's Casey Lawrence.
Yep.
The shifty senior, as League sends a ball down to Sammy Woods by the right side of the box, but a great defensive play by Millie Greer.
And we're going to have the first corner of the game now. Michigan. They play it short quickly.
Michigan not a lot of success on their corners. They send it into the box, and we will have a foul on Michigan. That will be on Casey Lawrence.
Yeah, Lawrence tried flying in to get on the other end of that cross, but unfortunately collided with the Iowa defender. But you know, I like it. You want to see those dangerous balls going across goal if you're Michigan, and you know, they've definitely started off this half strong, trying to get the ball into Iowa's box, and yeah, you love to see it.
And it is the free kick. Iowa gains possession back to the keeper, Macy Anecking. She sends it down, but right to Michigan. A lot of change possessions early. Not too many good chances. Each team seems to be using a lot of long balls. They're nice give and go to Casey Lawrence, streaking down the left side, finding a teammate, and it's off Iowa. Pritch trying to make something happen, but good defensive pressure by Iowa. And here come the Hawkeyes. It's rolling right before midfield. They give and go. It's Bush. And Johnson tries to take it herself, but intercepted by Sarah Bridenstine, the senior. Bridenstine to the sophomore Bosley. League trying to find a man downfield, and it's right to Samantha Carey. Oh, there's a little miscommunication. Iowa, that could have been bad, and it is bad. Here's Bridenstine into the box. Oh, and trying to find Lily Bosley in the corner. And Casey Lawrence tries to retrieve the ball on the far side, but is tripped up by the keeper. That was the first. That was a golden chance.
Yeah, great work from Gabrielle Pritch to pressure the Iowa defenders and win the ball. Almost worked out for Michigan.
And here comes Iowa trying to send it into the box, but off to Mia Tolbert. And Michigan will have a counterattack. Here's Sammy Woods. But Iowa intercepts it, trying to find Elado on the through ball. And Tamia Tolbert just going to kick it out of bounds. It'll be an Iowa throw on the far side. Throw in off Sammy Woods, and it'll go out of bounds once again. Excuse me, off Bosley. A little outside the box. Oh, a little move into the box, and it finds nobody. Here's Rolling on the left side, trying to go around Bridenstine, and there's a little tackle. Both of them fell down, but there's no call, and Michigan will have a counterattack. It's Sammy Woods to Bosley, trying to work give and go, and Sammy Woods is almost elbowed in the face by an Iowa player, and with 35.5 minutes left, it'll be free kick for Michigan.
Sammy Woods already working hard, almost got on the other end of that cross from Gabrielle Pritch, but you really would like to see a little more involvement from some other Michigan players in the attack.
Yeah, as Woods is double teamed, turns it over to Otto. Here's Bush right side of the box, dumps it in, but there were no Iowa players around, and Bridenstine will send it to Avery Glittle, who turns it over. Now in that play, Sammy Woods double teams. You said you need to get other people involved. Just she just had no one around her, kind of relying on her to do it all by herself.
Yeah, Michigan relies a little bit too much on their front two, as in Pritch and Woods, and you really, you're going to need to see. You're going to see these wing backs get involved, Bridenstine and number 6, Casey Lawrence.
And here's Woods, intercepts the pass to Lawrence on the left side, and they call offsides. Casey Lawrence must have been offsides. That's a break for Iowa there. The shifty Casey Lawrence had space. Hannah King sends it down, trying to find Elado. And I believe that's going to force a corner.
Yeah, little miss kick from the Michigan defender, Avery Peters, who's been really solid at the back for Michigan all season. And she's going to hope that Iowa doesn't take advantage of this corner and penalize her for her little miscue.
To take the corner, I believe, will be Maggie Johnston. Iowa has 4 in the box on the left side of the goal, each manned by a Michigan defender. The ball in, and it goes over the top of the net and lands in the little crease, and Michigan escapes.
Yep. Sparkowski maybe got a little nervous as she saw that ball going near a net, but we know she's been solid all season and really takes a lot to phase her. So we're gonna assume to see stellar performances from both goalkeepers. As you said, they have 2 of the best save percentages in the Big Ten, and yeah,
goalkeepers have not been tested so far. A couple dangerous chances, but no real saves to be made here. As here's Casey Lawrence trying to go through 2 defenders. It's turned over, but a good play by Bridenstine off Sophia Bush. She had some space, but Bridenstine with a nice tackle, and now it's intercepted. Rolling has it. Left side, trying to get to the middle. Off league, Rolling gets it back. The shot from outside the box, and it goes wide. It'll be a Michigan goal kick.
Great play from the Iowa winger, Kenzie Rowling. Got a little lucky with the deflection off of League, but a good shot from her. Again, not so far, no shots on goal as that one sails wide, and it looked like Sparkowski had it covered as she gave a fairly effortless dive there.
And as a goalkeeper, I mean, it must be tough to know. Well, I mean, I guess I don't really know. I mean, how tough is it to know whether the ball's going to go wide or whether you're going to have to save it? As we'll get to that later. As Iowa's a chance on the right side. Otto one-on-one with Tolbert. Tolbert wins the battle, but it's going to be a foul. As Iowa's going to have a free kick.
In a fairly dangerous position here.
Yeah.
It's right outside the box. Probably looks like it's going to be Johnston again who's going to play it in. Looks like Iowa's got their defenders up. They want to get ahead on this and hopefully strike first blood here off this free kick.
And here's Maggie Johnson. Only one Iowa player is outside, is farther than 20 yards from the goal. Johnson, the kick in, it's a line drive and headed out
by Sammy Woods.
Sorry. And the rebound by Iowa is deflected, and here's Sarah Doherty down the left side. Finds Sophia Bush, who gets it back out to Samantha Carey. Ball inside and just misses the right foot of Millie Greer.
Great ball in from Samantha Carey, excuse me. Unfortunate that no Iowa attackers were able to get on the other end of that, but those balls across goal are always dangerous, and Michigan's going to have to watch out for that.
And that's such a timing play as well, and that was just a great ball. If you're Iowa, you're sick that you could not capitalize on that, as here's the run from Iowa. The speedy Doherty gets it to Otto. One-on-one with Tolbert again. This time Tolbert wins with no foul. Trying to find Sammy Woods, and she kicks it out of bounds as defender drapes all over her. Someone has been on Sammy Woods at all times in this game.
Yeah, Iowa is definitely aware who has the most goals for Michigan, and they probably know Michigan's only, as I said before, only 5 players this season have put the ball in the back of the net for Michigan. So if you're Iowa, you're probably focused on a couple key players.
And here's Raleigh Fetty with space to Johnston, and it goes wide left.
Looks like it's gonna be a corner. Looks like it took a deflection on the way as that ball went wide. Again, looked like Sparkowski had it covered as she dove past the post, but it's gonna be another Iowa corner.
Yeah,
with Johnston on the ball.
Johnston, a great shot. Decides to just kick it out to Rolling. Back to Johnson inside the box, and it goes, and the pass goes off the goalpost, off the crossbar, and it goes all the way to the other side and kicked out.
Yes, Sarah Bridenstine, who was guarding the post, looked like she knew nothing about that. So Michigan's going to be relieved that that hit the post and didn't end up in the back of the net.
Yeah, I mean, a few inches lower and might be 1-0 Hawkeyes. Ball sent in from deep, and that is going to be, and that's not going to reach anyone.
Good effort there from Samantha Carey. Not enough curl on that ball, but the Iowa winger, Shea Doherty, almost got on the other end, but not quite able to.
And with 27 minutes left, it kind of feels like Iowa's starting to mount some pressure. They're getting turnovers, some breaks.
Yeah, Michigan definitely started off on the strong end, but Iowa's definitely settled in.
And rolling in league, fight for the ball.
Great recovery tackle there from Rolling as she lost the ball to League on what could have been a dangerous counterattack for Michigan.
Yeah. Rolling's been all over the place here. Michigan will throw. Kick by Rolling, right to Brian Stein, who kicks it right to Johnson, who has space down the middle of the field. To Otto, to Bush, to Carey, pushing up on the right side. Rolling down the left side of the box, one-on-one with League. Ball in, off Michigan. Here's Johnson, right side, good tackle by Tamia Tolbert, and it's kicked out by Casey Lawrence. Iowa, ball in again, it's a floater, and a great job by Sarah Bridenstine to block Rolling, and it'll be a Michigan goal kick.
Yeah, those balls are always difficult for defenders because if you mishit it, it can end up in the back of your own net. And good awareness there from Bridenstine to let that go for a goal kick, and Michigan will try and retain their possession.
Absolutely. Michigan defenders have been under some duress here. It's a long ball from Avery Kalita. Goes right to Millie Greer. Michigan just not able to keep possession of the ball.
Looks like El Otto, the top goal scorer for Iowa, is struggling a bit. She's definitely outsized compared to these Michigan defenders. Not your traditional striker. Doesn't have too much height, but we'll see if she'll be able to make an impact in this first half or in the rest of this game. But so far, Michigan's had her number, and they've been able to keep her in their pocket pretty well. If you would agree, Coby.
Yeah, yes, and as Michigan has a free kick about halfway between the box and the center of the field, we've seen El Otto go one-on-one with Tamia Tolbert a lot, and Tamia Tolbert has been fantastic coming out on top most of the time. Here's Jenna Lang, ball in, it's long. Casey Lawrence tries to kick it off balance, and it'll be poked out by Iowa for a Michigan corner, their second of the game.
Great ball there from Jenna Lang. Again, unfortunate, no one got ahead on it, but we'll see if Michigan will be able to capitalize on this corner kick, as the pressure they had in the first half hasn't been there, and Iowa's definitely settled in and taken over this game a little bit.
Michigan's chance to counter. Ball in, trying to find Sammy Woods, and instead it goes to Gabby Pritch, who heads it over the crossbar. I think they were definitely trying to find Pritch on that one, not Woods. Excuse me.
Yeah, good effort there. Pritch is going to be mad that she didn't do better and get that ball on target, but again, we're seeing good things from both teams, but still no saves forced, 0 shots on goal so far, and we're going to see if first blood strikes or if we're going to have a fairly defensive focused game, which it has been so far. Michigan's playing with 3 center backs at the back, 2 wing backs, and anytime Iowa brings the ball into Michigan's half, they're just swarmed with Michigan players. I mean, Michigan is bringing all their players back, including Pritch and Woods, and it helps if you're trying to not let goals in, but it's definitely hurt them on the offensive side of the ball, as it's really just been Pritch and Woods for the most part, and they can't do everything. They need support.
Yeah, and obviously, as Michigan almost gets a fast break there, they're getting some pressure, but yeah, this Michigan team has struggled to score. And you mentioned El Otto being undersized. We saw like about a minute ago, she went one-on-one for header with Tamia Tolbert, and the much bigger Tolbert won easily.
Yeah, Otto already showing some fatigue, as similar to Michigan, Iowa hasn't it's been mainly Otto up by herself there, and she's been, you know, toe-to-toe with these Michigan defenders, and it's really tired her out. And with 20 minutes left in the first half, you'd want to see her striker with a little more energy, but we'll see if Iowa makes some substitutions based on that, or if she gets a little bit of a second wind and is able to make an impact in this first half.
Yeah, with about 21 and a half left first half, I don't believe we have seen an Iowa substitution. It's been the same 11 as trying to send a ball is Gabby Pritch. It's Bridenstine one-on-one with Rolling, and it'll be won by Bridenstine. It's a Michigan throw.
Yeah, Millie Greer, the Iowa defender, wanted a foul there on Rolling, but wasn't getting it as Michigan makes two substitutes.
And here comes freshman Abby Zuge. She has scored 1 goal on the season. Let's see if she can give them a spark. And also Hallie Burrell, the left winger who is really skilled at dribbling the ball. She's by herself on this corner kick as Michigan just gives it right up to Iowa. But League gets it past Otto. Here's Zuge with her first touch, and she loses it right away. Good defense by Riley Fetty. See if these Michigan substitutions work out here.
Yeah, you love to see another goal scorer on the season on the field as
the ball is intercepted at midfield and goes right past Lily Bosley and Stephanie Sparkowski for an Iowa goal. Wow. Josie Durr, the first time we've called her name, had a breakaway at midfield and went all the way one-on-one with Bosley, and a fantastic finish. It is 1-0 Hawkeyes with 19 and a half left.
Yeah, little miscue there from the Michigan defense as a pass in the back was really smartly intercepted by Josie Durr, the Iowa midfielder, and she took it all the way to the goal, to the right side of the goal, forced Sparkowski out, and then rolled it past her to the left. Great composed finish. Didn't try and hit it too hard, just put it in the corner, and she was able to keep Lily Bosley off her back that whole time. Great show of strength and physicality there from Josie Durr. And the first shot on goal strikes blood, and it's for Iowa. One goal for the Hawkeyes, none for the Wolverines. With 19 minutes and 39 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, and you said Michigan just brings everyone back. Well, on that time it was Durr going one-on-one with Bosley. So Michigan clearly did not have everyone back, and it cost them.
Yeah, when Michigan's out of position and they don't have their usual defense, they're definitely susceptible to counterattacks like that. And, you know, great job from Iowa. First shot on goal, first goal. You'd love to see that efficiency.
On a through ball to Burrell right outside the box. That's kicked way out of bounds by Iowa. It'll be a Michigan throw on the far side. Burrell to take it. He's got Woods and Zuge as her options. Finds Zuge. Tries to find Woods in the corner, and that's going to be out of bounds. It's just a miscommunication there between Woods and Zuge.
Yeah, the Wolverines are definitely going to be a little frustrated giving up that goal, as it really came out of nothing. The run-up, I wouldn't say the run of play has been dominated from either side. I think both sides have showed their strength and been dominating at parts of this half, but you know, Iowa 4 shots, Michigan 1 shot, and Iowa has just been able to take advantage of Michigan mistakes, and that's really what it's come down to. And Michigan's going to have to step it up if they want to get back into this game.
In 1 shot, 0 shots on goal, that's just not going to do it. This Michigan team who has struggled scoring goals all season is now going to have to score at least 1. Losing this game would be a blow to their Big Ten tournament chances. And for Iowa, it would be a maybe clinch, as here is Otto, makes a nice move, gets it to rolling on the far side. She's now on the right side, one-on-one with the forward Burrell. Gets it back to Johnson, who kicks it off Sammy Woods. And here is Iowa, the shot, and it's right at Sparkowski.
Yeah, Michigan defense showing a little bit of nerves. They got the ball back there, but kind of did nothing with it and allowed the Iowa attacker to take it right from her and get a shot on goal. Luckily, it was right at Sparkowski, so it was easy to deal with for her. But you don't want to see that if you're Michigan.
That's the first save of the game, period. Sent long by Avery Peters for Sammy Woods. She's got it, but a great defensive play by Ava Pattison. That was Michigan chance. Great move by Johnston, but the Iowa threat is finished as it goes out of bounds. 16 minutes left.
Yeah, as Otto was running towards that ball, you can definitely see her fatigue as she's been dealing with this 3 center back formation that Michigan's been playing, and it hasn't been great for her as she's really been alone at the top, as we said, and dealing with these physical and bigger Michigan defenders.
Yeah, but I think we've seen here the reason why, despite her size, why she's able to score goals is because she's very talented with the ball and she's very fast.
Yeah.
Here's Tolbert on the left side trying to find Burrell. She kicks it right off of rolling and it goes out of bounds. Be a Michigan throw.
Now one from Michigan, number 8, Taylor Brennan.
And here is sophomore Taylor Brennan. She comes in, looks like she's going to be on the near side, all right side.
Taking that wing back position. Senior Sarah Bridenstine has played great all season. She's been running back and forth, though, so it's good. You definitely want to see some fresh legs with 15 minutes to go in this first half, as Michigan needs to get back into this game because this decides whether or not they're in the Big Ten tournament. And like I said before, Michigan had a strong start to the season, had a great record, lost the last 3 games, though. And if they keep up with that poor play, they're going to be out of the Big Ten tournament and really going to be disappointed.
Yeah, and if they lose and Rutgers wins their next game, then that might be it. So they need to get at least 1 point here. So far, only 1 shot on the day and not very many dangerous chances. It's been possession might be about even, but Iowa definitely with the more dangerous chances. Sammy Woods wants a foul. Here's Carey trying to find Otto, but the larger league heads it out of there. And here's our first touch for Taylor Brennan. And here's Tamia Tolbert with a lot of space on the left side. Burrell trying to make a move, but it's Iowa. And here's El Otto in the middle all by herself, but it's going to be a foul on Avery Kalita.
Yeah, great move there from Otto. Good job from number 19 on Michigan, Avery Kalita, to foul. It's a smart foul, nothing too harsh, but you don't want, being down 1-0, you don't want any more you don't want Iowa to capitalize on any more Michigan mistakes, as Michigan gave away the ball and allowed that to happen.
As ball in, and it goes past Otto and League. That could have been dangerous, as it was a whiff of it was almost a whiff by an Iowa League, but right to Sparkowski. So no harm done. 12.5 minutes left here. See if Michigan can find another shot. It's Otto again. I mean, she has been talking about it. She's there. She's surrounded by this Michigan defense seemingly every time she gets the ball.
Yeah, although she hasn't been involved in any of the Iowa goal, she has really made this Michigan defense work this first half, and you know, that will result in goals at some point. And if you're Otto, you're not disappointed about your play. You definitely would like to be more involved and maybe get some touches closer to the Wolverines' goal, but I don't think she minds how she's playing, and she's probably a little tired, but she's played a great first half and worked these Michigan defenders. And you know, Iowa, as she gets subbed out here with 11 minutes left the first half, definitely some tired legs, but she'll definitely be back in there for the second half as being Iowa's top goal scorer.
Yes. I have a sneaky suspicion that this is not the last of her. As League sends a ball down, trying to find Sammy Woods in a fight with Carey, and that's going to be a foul on Sammy Woods.
A little frustration there from Woods, fouling Samantha Carey as she tries to get the ball. She hasn't had a direct opportunity. Almost got on the end of a Gabrielle Pritch cross early in the first half, but really hasn't had any real sights of goal. And I'm sure she's disappointed because of that.
Yeah, showing some signs of frustration, but it's very, very easy to be frustrated when you just haven't been able to, the whole team just hasn't been able to get anything going on offense. And it's all season, the Wolverines offense, when they score, it usually involves Sammy Woods scoring almost half their goals. So for Michigan to score, they need Sammy Woods more than anyone. Got about 10 minutes left. Iowa leading in shots 5-1. Iowa leading in goals 1-0. Here's League. Oh, and turns it over. Here's Rolling down the left side. Back to Morgan Letts. Rolling tries to take on two defenders, but it won't happen. And a nice little play by Iowa, but Tamia Tolbert is there. And here's Burrell, through ball to Avery Zuge. She's got some space. Michigan's first counterattack in the while, trying to find Sammy Woods, but just can't get it past the Iowa defense.
Yeah, Woods tried to take a nice little touch past Millie Greer, but Greer all over that. And again, the Iowa defense knows who they need to look out for, which is definitely hurting Michigan, as Woods has been in the pocket of the Iowa defense, to say the least.
And it seems every time that Sammy Woods gets the ball, there's someone right there, and she just hasn't had a lot of space to work. Got a little fight in the corner here. It'll be won by the Hawkeyes as they will get a throw-in. About 3/4, about a quarter down the field. It is, cannot tell if the rain has calmed down a little bit. Seems like it's not raining as hard, but we are not being rained on, so I cannot tell you for sure.
It's definitely still coming down on the field, but looks like it's not the conditions aren't too bad, and we haven't seen any players really slipping, but the rain is definitely playing effect, and we'll see if either team tries to use it to their advantage, maybe play some balls into the bottom. You know, they always say if it's wet, you got to shoot for the bottom corners, and it's impossible for the keepers to get down there because it's wet. And we'll see if either team tries to use that as
interesting.
Yeah.
And the first goal scored was bottom left corner.
Yeah, that is true. It was a traditional breakaway where that was probably going to be the outcome no matter whether there was rain. But I appreciate that, Coby, and you know, she probably was thinking about it when she slotted that in the corner. Again, that's been the only shot on goal. One of 2 shots on goal so far this half. None of those coming from the Wolverines, and they're gonna definitely want to make a change.
And here's Woods. Sorry, that is not Woods. That is Campbell Jewell, the freshman in the game for the first time. Bridenstine back in the game as well. 6.5 minutes. Michigan on the attack. Got the ball 3/4 down the field on the near side. They do get to Woods. She is double teamed, and she forces a corner. Goes off the foot of Morgan Leach, and Michigan will have their 3rd corner of the game with about 6 minutes left in the first half.
If you're Michigan, you really want a goal, or at least a shot on goal before this half ends.
The crowd stomping in their seats as the ball is sent into the box. It's high, headed out by Iowa. Back to Clitta, she gets it. Back to Tolbert in the half circle. Finds Zuge. Back to Clitta, ball in, and it's off the head of Carey. Woods kicks it toward the center, but Michigan sends it in. Brennan sent it in, but it was right to the keeper, Macy, necking.
Yeah,
and that is Michigan's first chance in a while.
Yeah, Woods put that ball into a dangerous area in the Iowa box, but what's been a recurring theme all season is no one able to get on the other end of it. Normally they'd have Sammy Woods there, but when she's playing the ball, she can't run over and kick it in as well. So again, Michigan's going to have to bring more of their players, more of their midfielders, even their defenders into the Iowa box if they're going to want to penetrate this defense and have any luck of getting back into this game.
Here's League, trapped. She finds a way out. Nice move by Kalita to find space for Tolbert on the left side. She seems to have space quite a lot. Gets it back to Kalita. Finds League, who now has space. She's got Wood streaking and sends it to Brennan on the left side. Brennan forces another corner. Off the foot of Morgan Leach once again.
Yeah, you like to see Michigan defenders like Anaya Lee, get involved with the attack. Like I said, they're going to need that if they're going to want to get back into this game.
And Michigan will take the corner to be their 4th corner of the game. Ball's in, it's a line drive. Finding Campbell Jewell.
And it's going to be a handball.
Yeah, Iowa gets it out. It's a handball about 25, 30 yards away from the goal line.
Dangerous free kick here for Michigan with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the half. We'll see if Callie Burrell plays this in or goes right for goal. And you'd love to see her take a shot, but we'll see what the Wolverines have lined up for this free kick, which is going to be really important in the contest.
Wall four right in front of her, goes low, and it gets past the keeper, the bottom right side. It's 1-1. just like you said, Jonas, when it's rainy, when it's wet, you go for the corners, bottom right side, right past the wall, and Callie Burrell evens the score here with a couple minutes left in the first half. Wow, what a response.
Could not have been a better time. Only 3 minutes left to go in the first half. Burrell noticed that the keeper was far away from the post, and she just decided to curl it in past her. Didn't put too much on it, kept it low, like I said, and the Iowa keeper, Macy Enneking, who hasn't been forced to make a save yet, is not able to get there. And Michigan ties it up with 3 minutes and 13 seconds left to go in the first half, slightly against the run of play, and that's going to be huge for Michigan, and we'll see if they can build on the great play from the substitute Callie Burrell. Again, great finish from her, bottom corner in the rain. It's what you want to do, but just smart, really smart goal there from Burrell, and Michigan's right back in this game.
And based on that shot, you would have no idea that Michigan has had trouble scoring. Just from like 30 yards out, just a fantastic shot. Perfect placement. Wow, right past the keeper, and Michigan's threatening. Once again, ball in, trying to find Sammy Woods, and it goes off an Iowa head. It's another corner. Sammy Woods is very frustrated she missed that, but with 2 minutes left, Michigan has their 5th corner kick, and they're going to try to take the lead.
Yeah, great ball in there. Woods just could not get her head on the other side of it, but, you know, Michigan's definitely gotten amped up from that Burrell goal, and now they have a corner kick. 5th corner of the game for Michigan.
Sent in by Burrell. It's a liner trying to find Woods, headed out by Iowa. It'll be a corner kick on the other side now. Less than 2 minutes. Plenty of time. Plenty of time to score.
And it's going to be Burrell who scored the free kick, who's been taking the corners. She's obviously got a great right foot on her, knows how to place the ball.
The ball is in. Off the head of League. Sammy Woods. It's deflected off of Carey. It was heading right for the net, and it goes off the hip of Carey. And the carry, and it'll be the 7th corner of the game. 1 minute left. Ball in, it's a line drive. Off Carey, almost puts it in her own net, and Iowa clears it.
After dominating for a lot of the first half, Iowa looks like they just want to get out of this first half with the tie game, as Michigan's really put on the pressure these last 3 minutes after the great goal from Burrell.
Yeah, these last 7 minutes, Michigan has looked like a completely different team. They've had about 4 corner kicks in the last like 3 minutes. It's just what a stretch for the Wolverines. There's 30 seconds left. Wow. And Michigan might have one more chance. 20 seconds. Woods finds Brennan, finds Jewel, who's tackled, and with 10 seconds left,
10, 9,
we are
8,
going to go to half,
6,
tied up here, 5 seconds left, 1-1, and that is the half. Iowa scores, dominating the chances for the most part, but Michigan, the last 7 minutes, made a push, and it is Callie Burrell with the goal from the free kick, and just a fantastic response by Michigan. They did not give up, and it's Michigan's first goal in a couple weeks since the 7th of October. So they have not been able to score goals, but Callie Burrell just fantastic.
Yeah, like I said, Michigan's been we're in a 2-game goal drought before this. Callie Burrell scores her 3rd goal of the season in order to end that. Very clutch goal. Iowa gave up a handball in a really dangerous position, and Burrell capitalized with a great shot into the bottom right corner, beating Macy Enneking and tying the game after early in the first half, Josie Durr took the ball off of a missed Michigan pass and scored a breakaway to draw first blood. But great goal again from Burrell to change the tides and get Michigan back level before the first half ends. And yeah, Iowa Hawkeyes won, Michigan Wolverines won.
Yeah, and it was not an eventful half for the first part, but then Iowa scored, and then last 10 minutes, Michigan just made a fantastic push, and we've got 45 minutes left of action here. Jonas, you will be on play-by-play for that 40 minutes.
I'm excited.
I am excited. I am very excited for that. Should be a great second half. We will take a little break. We'll be back with about a couple minutes left before the half, and yeah. Thank you guys for listening. For the first half, please come back at the start of the second, about 15 minutes. Thank you.
Welcome back to Ann Arbor, Michigan, here at U of M Soccer Stadium. We have women's soccer. Second half is going to start in 1 minute. It was a great first half. Josie Durr, the Iowa midfielder, opened up the scoring with 25 minutes into the half, where she took the ball off of a miscued pass from the Michigan defense and took it all the way unassisted and rolled it past Michigan's goalie, Stephanie Sparkowski, to give the Hawkeyes the lead. But Callie Burrell scored a great free kick with 3 minutes to go in the first half to get Michigan level. It was Michigan's first shot on goal, and great free kick, almost 30 yards outside the box, curled it around the Iowa wall and put it into the bottom right corner. And a really clutch goal considering the gravity of this game, as Michigan and Iowa, both Iowa in the 7th spot in the Big Ten, Michigan in the 8th. The top 8 make the Big Ten tournament. So as both teams only have 2 games to go in the season, this being one of those, it's really a big game, and it showed with its intensity, and we're level after the first half, which is always great. So both teams have a lot to play for still, as Sophia Bush, the goal scorer she did not score the goal. Sophia Bush, the Iowa midfielder, is going to kick it off for the Hawkeyes to start the second half.
And we saw the intensity really wrap up in the first half. Let's see if it carries over.
Here's Carey. Plays it long, but it's intercepted by number 4, Lily Bosley, who plays a great ball to Burrell, who's got it on the wing for Michigan, takes it into the Iowa box, plays it across, and a good interception from number 6, Reilly Fetty, as she kicks it away, and it's going to be a Michigan throw-in at the midway line.
And why not get the ball to Burrell, who scored the goal, and see what happens. I think a good start for Michigan early.
As Pritch gets the ball, but it's quickly taken away by the Iowa defender. Great ball to Otto, who plays a one-touch pass, and it ends up on the wing, and it's going to be Kenzie Rowling taking on Carey, and a cut inside, and she tries to bend it into that top right corner, but doesn't quite wrap her foot around it, and it's going to be a Michigan goal kick as Sparkowski picks up the ball and is going to take it to the 6-yard line. So she plays it to number 34, Anaya League. Plays it out to the wingback, Avery Kalita, who's taking the ball past midfield. Great move, but slips, and it's taken away by the midfielder, Sophia Bush, who plays it out to Maggie Johnston, who plays a ball to number 26, Shea Doherty, who has it taken away in the Michigan box. Very good challenge there from Casey Lawrence, the Michigan player.
These first few minutes, you've seen a little bit of we've seen some slips here.
Definitely. Rain definitely starting to play a part in this game. The players don't exactly have the right traction on the ball, as Kalita tries to play an over-the-top ball to Sarah Bradinson, the senior. But it ends up a little long, and it's going to be a Iowa goal kick. As we can see, the rain is coming down pretty hard. The wind, there's some wind to it too, so it's going to be blowing in some of these players' faces, and we'll see how that affects their play, as the Iowa goal kick quickly goes to Michigan as they get possession. And here's Bridenstine close to the halfway point. She's going to play it back to Anaya League. Plays it back to Peters. Plays it to Carey, who's going to go around number 26, Shea Doherty, but then gives up the ball. And it's number 25 for Iowa taking it up, who plays it to Otto, but smart play there from number 4, Lily Bosley, to intercept that ball and not let Iowa get on the other end of it, as Michigan's going to come back. A nice ball to Callie Burrell, who's going to play it into the box when it's headed away by Samantha Carey, as Iowa is going to play it out the back. Here's Shea Doherty. Plays it to Otto, who's protecting the ball from Carey, and plays a nice ball to Johnston. But a good tackle there from Kalita to force the throw in, but a quick throw into Otto. She almost takes it to the Michigan box. And it's going to end up being a goal kick for Michigan.
Yeah, and if Ella Otto gets that ball past Kalita, it might be 2-1, but a great defensive play there by Michigan, and I think we have seen Ella Otto adjust to the size of Tamia Tolbert a little bit. She doesn't try to go through her; she goes around Tolbert and makes a nice pass. Because before it's been kind of she's been by herself. But that time she had a teammate with her, and she used her teammate.
Yeah, great job from Johnston to make that run past Otto. And you definitely want to see more Iowa players try and penetrate this 3 center back defense that Michigan is playing, which they have been able to do with 2 shots on goal, but not anything too crazy so far, as Johnston has the ball. She's going to play it out wide, plays it through. Great ball to Shea Doherty, who plays it towards the box, across the box, but no one gets on the other end of it. Iowa retains possession as Rolling tries to dribble around Gabrielle Pritch, but gives it up. And Lang's going to play a nice ball out, but number 4, Lily Bosley, can't get quite to it, as Shea Doherty beat her to that one, and it's going to be a Iowa throw-in on the near side, just past the midway line.
And it looks like, compared to the first half, these first 5 minutes, teams have been very aggressive. They seem to be playing freer. Some chances for both sides. We really didn't see that in the first few minutes of the first half, so definitely both teams are starting to get into the game a little, get more comfortable.
Yeah, Michigan coming out the half with no Sammy Woods, their top goal scorer on the season. But, when they rely too much on Woods, I do think it hurts their play, and we'll see if Michigan's can scavenge up some offensive chances, even without Sammy Woods, as it's going to be a Michigan throw-in on their half. Casey Lawrence looking for a player to throw it to, gives it to Burrell, but it's intercepted, and Johnston on the ball plays it across, but no one there as League heads it away. But it's going to go back to Carey, who plays a long ball towards Michigan's box, but deflected away by Carey. But here's Bush on the ball. Great move. Takes a shot with her left foot, but not much power behind that shot, and pretty easy to deal with for Sparkowski, as that's going to be her 2nd save of the game, or 3rd save.
Yeah, it seems the Michigan defense is willing to give up that left foot. Kalita bit on the move to Bush's right foot, so that may be a little scouting report thing. And then that shot from left foot did not have that much power.
Yeah, and Michigan's going to have a throw-in on in Iowa's half by the corner flag. Bridenstine tries to get it to Lang, unable to, and Lang ends up fouling the Iowa defender, and it's going to be an Iowa free kick from close to their corner flag. And Carey's going to line up to hit it. Most likely going to see a long ball. She's been hitting a lot of those so far this game. No Iowa player has gone on the other end of it, as they just give up a handball. and Michigan's going to have a free kick. Here's Bridenstine, plays a great ball into the box. Lily Bosley almost got her head onto that, but unable to direct it towards goal. Michigan's going to retain possession. Here's League. Back to Peters. Out to Carey. The 3 center backs playing it within themselves. And here's Lawrence, who plays it to Lang, but has to play it back to Peters. Good ball in to Kalita, who tries to get it over the top for Lily Bosley, but is unable to, and fouls Johnson while trying to get the ball back. And it's going to be an Iowa free kick as the Iowa players move into the Michigan half and try and put some pressure on this Wolverines defense, who has had the upper hand to a certain extent since the Callie Burrell free kick. Would you say, Coby?
Yeah, and it's really been when Iowa has the ball, they're able to get it into dangerous areas, but the Michigan defense does not allow those dangerous areas to turn into many dangerous chances. The one chance was when they scored the goal was when the Michigan defenders were not back. So I think the back end has done a pretty good job all game.
Yeah, they were caught off guard on that one goal, and they weren't in position when Josie Durr got the ball, and she just took it past the few Michigan players they had back. And good finish there, but nothing too substantial from Iowa since that goal, and they're definitely going to step it up, as this is a big game for them too. 7th in the Big Ten standings, haven't clinched a playoff spot, so they're going to want to get another goal. In the 35 minutes we have left in the half, as Michigan plays a long ball to Samantha, who plays it out to Sophia Bush. And really Fetty tried to play a through ball to number 27, Morgan Leeds, but she was unable to get on the other end of it, and it's going to be a Michigan throw.
And not only does Michigan want to make the playoffs, but you also want to avoid Penn State, who has not lost yet in the Big Ten. And if they make the quarterfinals and they're the 8th seed, they would play at Penn State. You have to travel to Penn State to face a team that is 3-0 at home. And so that's just very tough. Michigan 1-3 on the road. So Michigan, by passing Iowa, that would put them into a lot better position. So, yeah.
Definitely. Penn State has been amazing this season. Michigan was able to scrape out a draw here at U of M Soccer Stadium when Penn State came to play, but when the Nittany Lions were here, as Rich looked like she was starting a counterattack, but again, just her and Burrell really at the top for Michigan's attack, and not able to do anything as Michigan retains possession with Carey, who plays it out to Lawrence, plays it to Burrell, who is unable to control it, and it's won back by Iowa. Here's Durr, and plays it to Johnston, who can't quite get her foot on it, and it's going to be a Michigan throw on the near side, and it's going to be Carey to take it. Oh, no. She's going to give it to Lawrence, who tries to get it to Lang, but immediately intercepted by Johnston. And miscue, a close miscue from Peters there. Almost gave up the ball close to her goal, but lucky to not. As Pritch takes the ball close to her own half, plays it to Lang, plays it out to Carey, tries to get it out to the wing to Casey Lawrence, but a little high as it goes over her head, and it's going to be a Iowa throw-in.
If Casey Lawrence is about 6'5", then I think she maybe could have gone that one. But it is interesting, and I do like a lot that these teams would stay alive with a tie. They could get the 1 point and move on to the next game, but both are clearly playing for the win. So I respect it tremendously.
Great takeaway there from Kalita in the middle of the field. Forced to play it back to League, who plays it to Lang and gives it up. And it's going to be really Fetty on the ball, who gives it up to Jenna Lang. And Jenna Lang wins Michigan's second free kick of the game in another fairly dangerous area. Looks like it's a little too far from goal for Callie Burrell to take another shot at it, even though we'd love to see another attempt after that great free kick goal in the first half. But looks like Jenna Lang is going to line up and is going to try and play. Looks like she's going to try and play across for a Michigan player to get their head on.
I believe versus Penn State, it was Jenna Lang, I think, who scored on a free kick. So
the ball in, and it is tame and headed away, but kicked back over, and Macy Enneking, the Iowa keeper, struggled with it a little bit. Ball's probably really wet, but she comes up with it, pushes her team upfield, and she's going to try and get the ball into the Michigan half here. The ball over, and looks like it's going to be a pushing foul on number 6, Casey Lawrence, and Macy Enneking is actually going to come into Michigan's half to take this free kick for Iowa. Or sorry, not quite into Michigan's half, just at the halfway line. Macy Enneking looks like she's going to play a long ball into the box, and Iowa's going to try and get their head on it. Great ball in, and it's headed up. Auto, League. Michigan struggling to get the ball out of the box. Finally booted away by Carey. By Tolbert, excuse me. And here's Carey for Iowa, who kicks it out to Johnston. Otto's making a run on the right, takes it in, tries to play it to her, but miscue, and Tolbert's going to end up on the ball. Tries to get it to number 4, Lily Bosley, but is unable to. And Bosley ends up fouling the Iowa player, number 28, Kenzie Rowling, who played a great first half. And Iowa is going to have a free kick, and it looks like Johnston's going to line up to take it.
And Macy Enneking, such a weapon to be able, from midfield, to get a great ball in and have a potentially dangerous chance.
The ball in is slightly mishit from Johnston, as she does not quite wrap her foot around it. And Michigan's going to make 4 substitutions. Sammy Woods, top goal scorer, coming back on the field. Taylor Brennan, who came in at the end of the first half, will come in. And Perch is going to come out.
It looks like Michigan, I mean, going with the girls who had a fantastic end to the first half. Why not?
We all know what Sammy Woods is capable of. 8 goals on the season so far. Although a tie doesn't eliminate them from the Big Ten tournament, Michigan definitely would want to come out with a win, as they are their record is tied with Rutgers currently in that 8th spot in the Big Ten rankings. And as Sparkowski pushes her team upfield and is going to punt this over. The punt is headed by the Iowa defender to Rowling. Nice little play from Rowling as she plays it back to number 30, Millie Greer, who tries to play it into Michigan's half, but ends up at the feet of Avery Peters, who tries to play a nice ball up to Callie Burrell, the first half goal scorer. unable to get it to her, and Samantha Carey's going to throw it in for Iowa.
And this game becomes even more of much win as Rutgers just beat Ohio State 1-0 in their second to last match. So this is as must win as must wins get for Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan probably isn't aware that Rutgers just won, but you're going to want to see them play with the same intensity, and you'd assume that they'd want to get a win no matter what, even if this wasn't a quote-unquote must-win game, as Michigan players fouled, and the referee is going to want to have a little chat with Kenzie Rowling, who refuses to come over, finally does, and she doesn't look like she wants to hear it from the referee right now, but he has something to say. And Avery Peters is going to take this free kick shortly for Michigan.
Yeah, so right now Michigan is sitting in that 9 spot, 1 point behind Iowa. So
as the ball's crossed in, but unable to get past the Iowa defenders. And Michigan's going to retain possession. League plays it back to Tolbert, who plays it out to Peters. A little missed dribble from Peters, but makes up for it with a nice slide tackle, but then gives away the pass to Otto, who's going to take it up. Johnson's racing down, but a short through ball from Otto does not let... and it's given away by League, and a nice move. And number 5, Sophia Bush, is fouled right on the edge of the Michigan box. The Wolverines are lucky that did not occur in the penalty area, but Iowa is going to have a free kick in an extremely dangerous position, as Sparkowski is going to set up her team to build a nice little wall for her. Looks like Michigan's going to have 4 players on their wall, excuse me. Nope, 5. It's going to be 5, as the referee pushes them back. And Sparkowski moves them, makes sure she's got her angles right. And it's Johnston and Carey lined up behind this. You'd assume it's going to be Johnston, right?
Yeah.
As she's taken all the set pieces so far. Here she goes. The shot deflected off the wall, and good job from the Michigan wall to keep that out, keep that away from their goal, and it's going to be a Iowa corner as they make a substitution.
That was just a fantastic wall. Did what walls are supposed to do.
Great
block
set,
the ball.
Yeah, great setup from Sparkowski. Made sure they were in the right place, had their angles covered. And Michigan's going to be glad that they escaped that, as we have 24 minutes to go in this second half. The corner in from Iowa is a good one. It's hanging around in the Michigan box. Doesn't quite get out of there. A shot from number 25, Josie Durr, is saved a little bit uncomfortably from Sparkowski, as the ball ends back up in her hands, but Iowa showing their offensive prowess there and making Sparkowski work for the third time. Good save there. And Michigan's going to come back as Burrell tries to play it over the top to Taylor Brennan. Can't get on the other end of it. And Iowa's going to have a throw in, and they're going to try and get another chance like that. Good save from Sparkowski. Iowa's definitely going to be disappointed.
Yeah, and Josie Durr almost had her second goal. Shot that through traffic, and if you're able to get through that traffic, the goalie might be slow to react because they might not be able to see the ball as well. But it was right at Sparkowski, and a great little leg save.
Yeah, Sparkowski didn't know much about that shot, but was positioned well and got her body in front of the ball and was able to make the save and keep this game level for the Wolverines.
Yeah, a loss for the Wolverines would be would be extremely devastating. May take them out of contention for the 8th spot.
Yeah, as Tolbert tries to play it down to Burrell, but it's overshot a little bit, and it's going to be a Iowa throw-in right by the corner flag. And Michigan's looks like they're going to put a little bit of press on this Iowa defense. Maybe try and win back this ball in not the easiest throw-in position. Pattison throws it to Rolling. She's protecting the ball with her feet and wins another throw-in for Iowa, and it's thrown quickly. Nice little flick on from from Bush, and she keeps going with it. Plays a ball into number 20, Kelly McGroarty. The ball's played across the box, but no Iowa person gets on the end of it, and it's going to end up a foul on Iowa, and Michigan's going to have a free kick. But again.
Oh, yeah. That was another great chance. El Otto had the ball in the box, crossed it, just could not finish it.
As the ball is played over the top and by League, and it's kicked away by Carey for a Michigan throw. As Burrell's on the ball, plays it back to Bridenstine, who gives it up, and unfortunate there, but it's going to be an Iowa throw-in as Carey gets on the ball. She's going to play a long ball up to Otto. Nice touch. Tries to play a mistake at the back, and Otto's going to take it all the way down, but cannot get her shot completely off, and it's going to end up back in Michigan's hands. Almost. Otto was very close from giving Iowa the lead there. A mistake at the back from League led to that, but Michigan starting to lose their footing a bit, and as Rolling comes into the box, plays it across, and it's kicked away by Tolbert. Rolling gets back on it. She's got it and is tackled. Great tackle there from number 4, Lily Bosley. But Iowa's going to maintain possession, and looks like they have a player down, and the referee is going to be forced to stop play. It's Kenzie Rolling, who has been all over the field today on this right wing for Iowa. Right and left wing, actually. He's been playing both sides. He's been coming back to help on defense and going up and penetrating the Wolverines' box. Did you say she's had a good game, Coby?
Yeah, and right now, because of people like Rolling and El Otto, the Hawkeyes just simply look faster than the Wolverines right now.
As a collision in the penalty box between Anaya League, and the Wolverine attacker, Shea Doherty, but no penalty given by the referee as Bush gets on the ball on the near side, and it's going to go out for a Michigan throw.
And that breakaway by Otto just shows you why she has so many goals. I mean, just explosion, just getting past 2 Michigan defenders in chasing down the ball. Michigan very lucky that that was not in the back of the net.
Collision between Woods and as Iowa takes the ball. Here's Johnston, who's taking upfield towards the Michigan box. Cuts back in, takes a long shot that is fairly tame, and is going to end up being a Michigan goal kick. We've got 18 minutes, 25 seconds to go in this second half. Iowa's had the slight upper hand, definitely more chances. They'll definitely feel be a little frustrated that they haven't been able to capitalize, as Otto gets back on the ball, plays it out to number 20, Kelly McGroarty, plays it into the box, and it's going to end up being a Michigan goal kick again.
And in this second half, especially the last 10, 15 minutes, it's been a lot of Iowa. The ball has kind of been on the right half of the field most of this second half. So can Michigan, like they did in the first half, kind of flip that switch quickly and get some chances, which first half they came in bunches. Let's see if the same thing is true in these last 17 and a half.
Peters is going to line up for this free kick just on Michigan's half. Plays it into the box, and it's headed away. And Iowa's number 25, Josie Durr, is going to get onto it, but it's going to end up going out for a Michigan throw-in.
Just shanked it there, and I think you mentioned the ball being wet. I mean, we've seen a few times where the ball just has not come off their feet like it usually does.
Definitely. Here's Zuge. Tries to get it into the box, but unable to, as Vicky Jones plays it back to Peters. And plays it to League. He's going to try and take it up. Plays a nice ball, but it's mishandled by Sammy Woods.
Sammy Woods, very few touches this half.
Yeah, if you're Michigan, you probably want to get her more involved, but Samantha Carey is all over her and not really leaving her side, and is probably giving her a lot of frustration. As here's Woods on the ball, close to the half. She plays it in to Bosley, who loses the ball, and Johnston gets it, but then loses it back to Kalita, who plays it to Tolbert, but a missed touch. She gets lucky, keeps the ball. He's going to play it to Woods, to Bosley. Jones out to Bridenstine, who cuts in. Nice move, cuts out, and the shot is blasted over the net as Bridenstine wanted to go for power there. She wanted to beat Macy Enneking, could not quite get the right connection. And
some tricky dribbling there by Bridenstine.
Yeah.
Tricky.
Very nice move from Bridenstine. She's going to hope, she'd want to take a better shot, but she is mostly a wingback, not really known for her shooting, as Iowa's going to have a goal kick. As Casey Lawrence subs back into the game. Here's Rolling on the ball. Nice dribbling, but manages to keep it and draws the foul from Zuge, as Iowa's going to have a free kick with 15 minutes to go in the second half. It's played out to Carey. Plays it into Johnston. Nice move there from Johnston, the hesitation, and plays it ball out to the wing to number 27, Morgan Leeds, who tries to take it into the Michigan box, and tried to be cleared away, but is not quite, and Michigan finally gets it close to the Iowa half as Millie Greer passes it out to Carey, who plays a nice ball in, and a great move, and a ball across the box, not quite threatening from Iowa, as Josie Durr, they're not quite able to wrap her foot around that ball.
And
Kelly McGroarty.
And Michigan there did not close off that passing lane. That's kind of a dangerous area with space at the top of the box. That's generally not what you want to let happen.
Here's Sparkowski on the ball. just to remind you guys again, Rutgers just beat Ohio State 1-0, making this game even more important and big than it already was for the Wolverines. And in the grand scheme of things, a tie isn't really going to do it for them. And it might, but they'd feel a lot better coming out of here with a win as they currently stand in the 9th spot in the Big Ten tournament. Here's number 20 on the ball, plays it out, and it's taken by Peters, out to Tolbert. He tries to get it to number 6, Casey Lawrence, unable to. It's taken by Rolling. She takes it in the Michigan half and tries to get through and is fouled by Casey Lawrence, who does not agree with the referee. It looked like a pretty clear foul to me.
Yeah, like when you foul someone, no one has ever thought they committed a foul in their life.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes, especially in soccer. You're always going to be on the side of your team, your player, as Johnston lines up for this free kick, plays it into the box, but it's going to be right to Sparkowski, who handles it easily and is going to take her time to let the Michigan players get up the field a bit, and she's going to punt it over. It's headed on by number 4, and to Sammy Woods, who can't quite get on it. And Casey Lawrence ends up fouling Kenzie Rolling in the process. Fans are not happy about that call, but it's going to be a Iowa free kick as Enneking comes up to take it. Iowa looking to get almost all their players forward with 11 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the half. It's played forward, headed on. Iowa unable to do anything with it as Johnston regains possession, plays it out to Rolling, plays it back, and a mishit from the Iowa defender, Kelly McGroarty. Oh, excuse me, Eva Pattison. And it's going to be a Michigan throw-in.
Returning for Michigan, number 5.
Out of all the Iowa players, I think Maggie Johnston has impressed me a lot with her passing. She's juggled it a few times. She's taken a bunch of the free kicks. I think if there's one player besides Otto, it's her.
Here's Lang on the ball. Takes it past Josie Durr, and she plays it out to Burrell, the goal scorer, who's going to fake the cross and draws the foul from Kenzie Rolling. Burrell looks like she got hit in the head and is down. Unfortunate, as she just came into the game. The referee is motioning for the Michigan medics to come over and check her out. And it looks like she's complaining about what just happened, but Michigan, I'm sure Michigan does not mind this free kick in a very dangerous position. Wouldn't you say, Coby?
Yeah, unfortunately, Burrell will have to leave the field. That is
She
loss.
looks a little frustrated about it, but it looks like it's just going to be a safety precaution for the Wolverines, you know, as number 8, Taylor Brennan, runs back onto the field. And Bridenstine is going to line up for this free kick in a very dangerous position. Plays the ball in. And no one is able to get on the other end of that, even though it was a fairly good ball there from Bridenstine. And it's going to go out for an Iowa goal kick.
And here she comes. Callie Burrell back in the game now. You have left to have her for that free kick, but unfortunately, as a safety precaution, she was not able to be there. But glad to see her back.
And a slight miscue from the Michigan defense as Otto takes it towards the box, cuts inside, plays a ball in. And the shot from Johnston from fairly far out is not competitive, and it's going to go way over the goal. It's going to be a goal kick for the Wolverines. That's taken quickly to League. Plays it out to Kalita, who tries to get it to Woods, not quite in her direction, and it's going to end up with Josie Durr, who makes a nice move to keep the ball, but it's given up, and Michigan's going to retain the possession as Tolbert takes it down the line to Woods. Nice move inside. Plays it to Zuge. Oh, and a nice ball into the box, but Jenna Lang not quite able to get there as it goes out for a Michigan throw-in on the near side. Taken quickly from Burrell. Woods got in the box. Nice pass to Lang. And Lang looking for something that wasn't there as she goes down quite easily. And Carey's going to have the ball for Iowa, who plays it out to the wing to Leeds, who plays it to Johnston, who's been heavily involved in this game. Tries to take it back past Kalita. Good tackle from her, but then she gives up the ball, and the through ball from Iowa does not quite reach Otto, and Michigan is going to retain possession. Here's Burrell on the ball. Into Jones. Out to Woods, but can't quite get there. And Durr's going to have the ball. It's rolling now. Bush taking it towards the box, on the edge of the box, plays it through the legs, and Otto's going to have the ball and barely gets a foot on it. Quite a tame shot. Easy for Sparkowski to handle for her 4th save of the game. And Michigan's going to play it out. Here's Burrell. Nice ball into Lang, who can't quite get past Johnson, but gets help from her teammate, Sammy Woods, who's going to play it out to Bridenstine. Bridenstine plays it in, and it's headed away by Eva Pattison. Nice job. And then cleared into the Michigan half by number 5, Miss Bush.
And Jenna Lang was sprinting the full field trying to get that header, but she just missed it.
Speaking of Lang, she just got fouled in the middle of the half. Clearly frustrated about the physicality that Iowa's been showing in this game. And Bridenstine's going to line up to take this. Finding the perfect spot. Got to get that leaf out of the way. And pretty far from the box, but looks like Bridenstine's going to play it into the box. The ball, it's a nice one. Headed away by Eva Pattison. And looked like a potential handball, but the referee didn't see it so. And Michigan's going to have a throw-in as the league plays it to Pritch, who can't quite take it past the Iowa defender. And Carey's going to throw it in for the Hawkeyes now.
And with 5.5 minutes left, I mean, let's see if this game opens up a bit. Let's see how desperate these teams are for those 3 points.
Nice move from Pattison there to maintain the possession as she plays a nice ball to Rolling down the right wing, who cuts in, plays a ball across the box, and it's cleared away by League. And deflection almost made it to Kenzie Rolling, who's in an offside position, which results in a free kick for Michigan as Sparkowski plays it out to Tolbert.
See if Michigan can put the same push in the last 5 minutes that they did in
slight
the first
communication half. There from miscommunication there between Burrell and Tolbert, as Tolbert tried to play a through ball up. Michigan's going to end up with the throw-in, however, as Burrell, the first half goal scorer, is going to get on it. Plays it towards Woods, who's going to take it into the Iowa box and force a Michigan corner. And Michigan's definitely going to look to capitalize on this with just over 4 minutes to go in the second half. And what's coming in the penultimate game for the Wolverines, they're really going to need a win if they want to secure a good spot in this Big Ten tournament. Here's Bridenstine, the ball in. It's a nice one, and it's punched away by Enneking. Good job, as Otto gets back on it, but plays it to Bridenstine, who tries to cross it in, and it's going to be another free kick. Nice slide tackle there from Morgan Leeds, the Iowa winger, putting her body on the line. Another ball in. Punched away slightly, but Jones is going to have it. Here's Peters, plays it in, and it's going to eventually be kicked away from the box by Bush, but it's going to come back to Bridenstine, who's going to play another ball in, and it's headed away by Carey. Comes back to Lang, tries to take a shot. It's deflected, and League, who was in an offside position when the ball came to her, gives up a free kick to Iowa as they push their players upfield with just under 3 minutes to go in this second half match.
That sequence was eerily similar to the end of the first half.
Nice little play there from Woods, but unable to get it to Preach. Nice ball into Preach in the Iowa box. Unable to do anything with it, and it's going to be cleared out for a Michigan throw-in. Burrell asking for her teammates. She needs some help. It's going to come to Lang. Nice little hesitation. Tries to cut it inside, unable to, and it's taken away by Bush, who's going to try and push this Hawkeyes team, but it's taken away. Here's Burrell, makes a mishit, taken away by Otto. Had Bush running down the line, unable to get it to her. Gives it back to Michigan with just 2 minutes left to go in this game. As Burrell plays it back to Peters, frustrating the fans who want to see Michigan get this ball into the Iowa box, and it's given away by League. Makes up for it with a nice tackle on Leeds, but with just 1 minute and 35 seconds to go in this game, looks like it's going to come out a draw unless something monumental happens in these last 90 seconds as Michigan gets the free kick, and they're going to urge their players upfield. Here's Peters, boots it up to Preach, who gets it, and Woods gets it, but falls when the ball gets to her and unable to take advantage there. As Bridenstine plays it down to Preach, who takes it down the wing. He's going to cross it in. Good ball, and it's headed away by Pattison to Johnston, who clears it out to League, who's going to get it just in the Iowa half and is going to play a ball in. Doesn't quite make it. It's going to end up at the feet of just over 30 seconds to go as Lang takes the ball and goes for a fairly ambitious shot as she saw Enneking, the Iowa goalie, just off her line. And as we have 20 seconds to go in this game, Iowa's going to line up for a goal kick, and it looks like it's going to end a draw tonight here in Ann Arbor. The ball in, headed by Lang. Preach has it. He's trying to take it upfield, unable to. Tries to play it in. It's blocked by Leeds, and there goes the buzzer. Great game from both teams. Ends up Michigan Wolverines 1, Iowa Hawkeyes 1. A draw in this Big Ten conference matchup. No pun intended. fairly exciting game. Michigan had 8 shots, Iowa 12. Michigan scored their only shot on goal today. Anna King, who did play well, didn't make any saves. The one save she could have made, unfortunately, went in. Great free kick from Callie Burrell. Just to review the scoring, all of the scoring happened in the first half. First, it was Josie Durr, 25 minutes in. Great breakaway goal, rolled it past Barkowski. And right before the end of the half, Callie Burrell scored a great free kick, put it in the bottom right corner, past Macy Enneking to get the Wolverines level. Neither team was able to capitalize on the chances they had in the second half, as it remained a 1-1 draw through the second half. And both teams are going to be a little disappointed after that one, probably wanted to win. Michigan definitely will be, as they move down to 9th in the Big Ten rankings, taking them out of the Big Ten tournament at this time. What does Michigan have to do next game, Coby?
Well, they have to win.
They do.
It is as simple as that. Yeah, they have to win. If they win, and if they beat Ohio State, and they beat Ohio State, and Iowa does not beat Michigan State, then they are in as the 8th seed. So, root for Michigan State if you want Michigan to be in. Now, if you want Iowa to be in, all Iowa needs is, well, if Michigan were to lose, then Iowa is in. But if Michigan ties, then all Iowa needs is a tie. But if Michigan wins, Iowa needs to win. So, yeah, this game was a must-win. Next game also a must-win for both teams.
Neither team's clinched their spots so far. Iowa will be able to next game. Michigan's going to be grateful that they still have a chance of competing in the Big Ten tournament after a slightly disappointing draw, even though it was a well-fought game from both sides. Both teams had chances in the second half to take the lead. Neither were able to capitalize. And again, ends in a draw. Michigan Wolverines 1, Iowa Hawkeyes 2, here at University of Michigan Soccer Stadium in Ann Arbor, WCBN Sports. It's been a great night here, a rainy night, a little chilly, but some great soccer played, and a great job from both teams tonight.
Yeah, I mean, from both Iowa and Michigan, they just showed tremendous grit. Michigan down 1-0, so easy to like hang your head. They didn't. They fought the entire game, and credit to Iowa, who just kept pushing, trying to make something happen. Just in the end, they couldn't do it. And for Michigan, I think a key stat is they only had one shot on goal, and that was the goal by Callie Burrell. So, I mean, Michigan, as I have all season, they've struggled to score, and yeah, and I guess that's just who they are at this point. So they kind of, so they need to play almost perfect defense, and a lot of times they do. Unfortunately, this game, it was just one mistake.
Exactly, one mistake led to that great breakaway goal from Iowa. And yeah, again, Michigan still has a chance though to be in this tournament as they have their little team meeting post game. Coach Jennifer Klein, it's her 6th season. She's probably going to be she probably wanted to win tonight, but can't have everything. And again, Michigan Wolverines 1, Iowa Hawkeyes 1. And we've had a great night here in Ann Arbor. Hope you guys have enjoyed listening and tuning in to WCBN Sports. And Coby, do you have anything else to say before we log off here?
No, just a great game overall. Jonas, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Coby, for staying along with me, watching this game. Had a great time. And hope to see UMich women's soccer build on this as they did end their two-game goal drought, and get a win against Ohio State and keep themselves in contention for the Big Ten tournament. I'm sure they think they deserve it. And, yeah. Thanks for tuning in. This was WCBN Sports. We'll see you next time.
Nice shot.
Yeah, good.
Thanks, man. Great shot. We had our peak views 3.
Nice.